Do you need me to share my screen first?
Oh, yeah, you can. Alright then. Sorry for the trouble, guys. Oops-a-daisy. We appear to have finally fixed the problem. As in my end, sorry about that. Oh dear. Oops-a-daisy.
You're fine.
Yep. We're live now. Zazan Law, no. Get out. No Zazan Law. There will not be Zazan Law. There will be theoretical law today. As that is the plan for today. We're going to be doing some theoretical lawing. Yeah. Sorry about that, Nitro. That's fine. Thank you for your understanding. Alright, so we had a proposition last week from our speaker last week that suggested that the power scaling of demons in the current Dark States is effectively based off how well they do in American football. So I believe the plan is today to be drawing some idea of how units such as Gastile, not Gastile, Amon is going to be. Amon had to claim his rightful place as the Demon King. So it would seem that I will be drawing Amon today in American football gear. What about you guys? What are you thinking of?
I'll go with the main law of Gaia versus Rising Nova. Give Gaia some nice stuff. Because I remember the law Nova through Gaia, so I'm going to do something fun like that.
Alright then. Oh, I forgot. We have our guest today, Zen. They've decided to join us. Let's have a look. They will also be drawing alongside us.
Hello.
So please welcome them. Let's have a look. Can I... Oh, that's not going to work. We'll have to use this to check the art.
I'm going to be drawing Shiryuki on the battlefield.
Oh, alright then. Let's have a look then. So is it going to be on a battlefield then? Alright. I guess it's time to get going then. I'm going to have to quickly grab some references for this one. Oh dear. So, Zen, tell us about yourself. This is my first time meeting you. I've interacted with you a few times on the old Twitter, but other than that, I think this is the first time we've chatted.
Yeah, it is like this.
Very much so.
Of course, I'm a card game player. This is my first TCG.
What was it?
Ever since like a couple years ago. I haven't really went to like any events or locals yet. I've been mainly just on other Vanguard Discords and playing Cardfight area to get my experience with the game.
Oh, I see. So, so not too much competitive experience, but still enjoying it.
Yes, I have entered some tournaments lately. Even though I haven't been doing well in them, I've just been playing for fun, really.
Okay.
But I am in a team with Spec, and we are going to be playing tomorrow for our top 8. So.
Is that going to be with so that's with EJ as well, is it? With Spectral Designs.
Yes.
Epic. Yes. All right.
Zen has heard my real name before, so I think he was confused.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So if you need a name to refer to me, you can refer to me by Joel. Spectral either goes by Spectral or EJ usually. If that's okay. Oh my goodness, you're already taken off on this one. I barely touched the paper. Oh dear. I need to think.
I had to get a pose ready because I take way too long to draw.
Oh, believe me, I have not got, the best field history for or track record for this. Ooh. Honestly, what pose do we want to draw Amon in? Like, ooh. I'm also been thinking about the shoulder pads. Is Amon gonna have like huge shoulder pads, or is he gonna have 4 shoulder pads because he's got 4 shoulders? I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow.
Will his eye have a little guard?
Oh.
Will Amon's eye, his belly eye, have a guard?
Oh, that's an idea. Oh dear. Anyhow, so I guess we'll move along with the questioning. Alright, so now we've introduced you. What is your favourite clan then?
My favorite clan is Bermuda Triangle. So right now, Overdress, I'm just waiting till Lyrical Monasterio gets revealed. I do have a YouTube channel which I do focus on Bermuda Triangle, but since Overdress is coming up, I'm just waiting for Lyrical to drop. Ah,
yes, I know you do like your Ange. Have you so do you play premium or standard more?
At first I was premium when V-Series started, and then I switched over to standard to give it a try. I've been staying with standard until well, literally like a couple of months ago, and V was announcing that it was going to be ending soon. I decided to try premium out, and I'm liking premium too.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, I'm a premium boy myself. I quite enjoy me some premium time overall. So double check that's actually getting it right. Yeah. Oops, daisy. Yeah. Oh dear. Anyhow, I'm not sure if Pete's given me the power to summon people in, but did he give us the power to control his Discord? Honestly, it's just us being lazy though. Not getting our own one set up. Alright, so okay. So is there any reason you've chosen to draw Shirayuki today?
I'm not good with dragons or anything else like that. And,
so you're more of a
I'm good to draw from Dragon Empire.
Okay. So you're more of a figure sort of painter than a figure sketcher than a yes. Yep. Oh dear. Amon's got one eye there. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. I don't know what to do. Some reference. I may have gotten myself in too deep with this idea, to be honest. Oops, daisy. Oh. Oh dear. Does Amon have extra legs? No, he only has 2. Okay, thank goodness. Still, my favourite scene of Amon has got to be from... have you watched any of the anime at all? That's another question I should ask. Which ones?
I think I watched, like, all of them, but Legion Mate.
Oh, alright, so you're familiar with G. Alright.
Yes, you talk about the scene with Chrono.
Yeah, I love that scene. That scene was one of my favourites. It was just like the moment of brohood that happened there. Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
I remember rewatching it, and I just thought to myself, why is this guy wearing an M-on suit?
Cosplay, man. You can never ask a cosplayer why they're cosplaying. There will be no significant solution, would I say? I don't know, but yeah, I'd say that was one of my favourite moments from G, because I did also rewatch it recently, and that was one of the things I did note, was that scene got a good chuckle out of me again, just because of the nature of it. Because at that time as well, I didn't really know much about Amon, because I hadn't been playing Zero at all, and I didn't really start until early G, when it came to playing the game. So I sort of stemmed back from there with Lambros and stuff. It's quite the interesting... So Amon was always one of those units I was like, kind of weird. Didn't really know, but at the same time, I kind of appreciated the existence of Amon cosplay in the anime, but oh dear. Oh boy. Ah, hello Pete. Hello Pete. Oh dear. The lore master himself. Right, I'm gonna stick the camera on one of you guys. All right then. There we go. The camera should now be focused on you. All right. So everyone can now watch what Zen is doing for a bit, while I attempt to work out what I'm doing on this. Oh dear. I've got not much topic. I mean, I've had what was it? It was the next season of Overdress was, well, the next episode of Overdress is starting to be leaked, isn't it? It's tomorrow. So I've been seeing some stuff for that. A very bamboozled looking Megami, sort of on the what the heck train. Oh dear. I don't know, maybe. Maybe that one. How long have you been drawing for then, Zen?
I've been drawing ever since, like, I'm gonna say, like, 9.
Since you're 9?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. And I'm going to assume that's a fairly long time, as we are currently...
I mean, yeah, I've gotten better, but not to the skill level that I want to be at.
I mean, how intensely have you been drawing up until now?
I used to actually draw like a lot back then.
Yeah.
In high school, I would draw, but it was more like whenever I was in the mood to. When I was like way younger, I drew because I just wanted to draw, and I just drew a bunch. Like, I still have a lot of the sketches that I have in the past just to reminisce on that and to look back. So, other than I never got really serious into it until after college, because I wasn't like too keen into like learning anatomy and all that stuff like that.
Ah, yes.
I'm starting to get serious into it, so.
I know how you feel about the anatomy stuff. I've been recently trying to really improve mine as well, because it's the thing that's holding me back, and I hate it. I hate doing it, but it's like, if I want to get better, it has to be done. Oh dear.
You just gotta take it slowly.
Yeah.
Once you start, I think the thing is, like, once you get through the pain of just going through the monotony of it, and you start learning it, and you start getting better, it's gonna get over. You'll get over it.
Yeah, I do think it's probably it's basically us making a mountain out of a molehill, really, when it comes to actually learning it. But it's partly because my brain just goes, oh, it's work. I don't want to do work. I think that's the main stopper on that one. Oh dear. Oh, what kind of thing will he be doing with this arm? I apologise for any background sounds. My siblings are rather loud.
How much do you two enjoy your Hokkaido games of secret food?
Oh, sorry, I'll just double check.
I'm waiting for the next chapter to be translated.
Oh wait, the chapter that's on, so Dosanku Gaeru is a cutie. That was on a cliffhanger, wasn't it? No, wait, I think it's one chapter past the cliffhanger of meeting the mum.
So right now, cliffhanger is once she's gone through the mum, she's met her, and the two girls have now met, I'm sure. So Akino's still in Tokyo, so the president and the main first girl have both met.
Oh.
I think that's where
Oh, it's one of those things where I really wish it was complete already because I hate waiting for the waiting for the cliffhanger. It's like one of my big hates for isekai is like, because every time you watch an isekai, you pick it up, it's like, oh man, this is cool. It's isekai series, but I feel like the number one rule of isekais is that they've never finished. There's never one with a conclusion so far that I've found.
I mean, it's probably left up to the reader's imagination at that point.
I mean, that's the problem. It's like when you realise that an entire genre is like unfinished.
True.
I'm trying to think. Is there any series that's finished, like actually finished? I mean, I'll count SAO because it has like an ending at the very least, like in one of its seasons, but that's not exactly a popular one amongst most people.
Yeah, I understand that for you.
Oh dear. I don't know.
It's like you was asking our opinions on it, or
I guess. Thoughts? Anything to add?
I have to remember what actually happened. Like the mother wanted him to start going out with that other girl.
With the thing.
He clearly is gonna go for the main girl. This happens unless he changes his mind.
Probably. I mean, oh dear. I mean, in a series like this, they always go for the main girl though. Like, it's like the guarantee. They always will go for the first one.
I mean, at least in this case, like in most of the like stuff that I watch, the main girl isn't bad. So
true.
Usually for me, like I watch a series, I'm like, wow, the main girl's like not good at all.
She's very bland.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I know the feeling.
This one, like, she isn't bland. She does have a character, and it's like, yeah, like, well, she does seem kind of generic, but not really.
Yeah.
It's like she has some spice.
She's got the spice.
Like, all the other girls I've seen.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So, do you have a favorite girl in the Hokkaido manga or not?
In a Hokkaido manga? Yeah, right. In just anything? Or is it in the? Oh dear. I'd say I just enjoy the main the main girl in that series because she's just fun and bubbly. Like, there's nothing really more to say than that. It's just they're bubbly. They want to go out. They want to hang out and have fun. Like, nothing more than that.
Your favorite girl.
Oh, Kino.
We getting grilled.
Other than you just randomly giving me a question. Like, cause at first, what happened was on my Discord, Spec showed me this image. I can't show it, but he showed me an image. He said, "Which girl do I like the most?" Me with zero context, I had no idea.
That does sound a lot like something Spec would do. That does sound very much.
So I had to do some digging around and like read the manga up to that point where I met the second character. And so like basically what happens is that like the main guy, he meets this other girl that I think they're in separate classes, but they go on this ski trip or something. They go to like one of the mountainsides.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't fall for like a gal. She needs to be like raven haired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the thing. He was like, oh, my mum will only accept like a raven haired like beauty or some or a plain looking girl, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then he sees this like girl raven haired or whatever he was saying about.
Yeah.
And and she's a gal too, apparently. He's like, that's impossible.
That's it, but it's not real. Such a thing doesn't exist.
Not real. So,
Oh dear.
I forgot her name. The main girl. I think she wanted to be friends with her for a long time, but like she just didn't want to be interested with her. I forgot her reason.
Yeah, she was like, oh, but she's weird. No, she's too excited for me, and I don't want to get caught up because I sweat a lot.
Yeah. That was before about her court or whatever.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, so like some stuff happens. He has to go back to the bus to. I forgot what he forgot. But he forgot something, and then she was like changing, wiping off the sweat. Then I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just typical anime stuff. You know, the guy comes into like the room or whatever when the girl's changing or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, never been a big fan of that kind of thing, but
yeah,
you kind of accept it at this point.
Yeah. So Tsubasa was like apologizing and saying it was my fault. I shouldn't have came into the bus or whatever. Like, he seems very generic, but also like he has a heart. So
True.
I like him a little bit than the other guys. So she forgives him. That was the first time. Like, wait.
No, this has never happened before. This is impossible.
So, right. She forgives him, and then I forgot. I think he like noticed she had something. And he was asking about it, and then she was talking about the game or something, like the fake switch that she had.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
not really fake switch, but the switch in their world.
Yeah, the Switch in their world, there's probably called like the Swatch or something. Oh
And,
dear.
I was like, yo, wait, she has a switch? But then at first, I didn't notice that she had AirPods, even though he clearly said it in one of the scenes. So I went back, I'm like, yo, she has AirPods, okay.
It really does date the series, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it gets better, right? So I'm still reading it. I'm like, okay, so she likes games. Okay, that's cool. But then, like, it kept going on further, and, like, the illustrations that he was showing. I'm like, oh, wait, she's cultured? Question mark?
Oh no.
Like, there's one of his illustrations, like, well, Fall Guys, instead it said Frey Boys or something.
Oh, yeah, I do recall that moment being like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Then, like, I think it was when Bill's Point Animal Crossing, or whatever, that other version of Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh, let's get married. Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, I liked it, that chapter. It was just basically her teaching Tsubasa about, like, how to play the game, or whatever. Just enjoying the game. He's been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cute.
And then there was like one moment, not in that chapter, but in a different chapter, where she looked at her phone and it literally had Joker.
Oh, I know.
I'm in B5. I'm like, okay, never mind. She's cultured. I like this character.
And that's how she was selected. Oh dear.
But she got like a lot better after that too. Like when I kept reading it, and I think it was one chapter she was making like chocolate for Tsubasa first, and then she just gave it to. Keep forgetting her name to the other girl.
Yes, I know. I'm terrible with names. Don't worry about it. If your name wasn't on the screen, I wouldn't remember either. Oh dear.
And I thought that was like a really cool moment. Trying to think what else.
I mean, oh dear. I think I was gonna say that I did feel like as a character, it felt like when she was first introduced, it felt very unnecessary.
Like at first it felt like, oh, it's just some character to spice up the relationship of the main Tsubasa and now the girl. And also, like, I felt like at first, just because of the way how she's behaving and stuff, I'm like, oh, so she's gonna be like the stuck-up character or whatever.
Yeah.
But until, like, they revealed, like, yeah, she's like a total nerd for games in a cringy way. Because she doesn't just, like, say gamer stuff 100% of the time, unlike some actually quite good at games too, not just like I just use cheat codes or whatever. I'm like a pro floppy player.
Oh boy.
Floppy web player.
Oh, the best.
But,
Everyone looks for that in a girl. 100%. Can confirm.
yeah, I'm a gamer. I play Candy Crush.
No.
But anyway, basically, like, she was. It looked like at first glance she was just gonna just be that character just to be in the girl's way, but they became friends, and she was like a more interesting character, especially when she was trying to like ask Tsubasa out. Like, there was a whole segment. I'm not sure if you read up to that.
I have read up to the most recent chapter, so I think I have probably read it.
So basically, that whole segment where she was just talking to herself about like just going through it, and just believing that that there's a chance you're not like. I can't remember all of it, but it was just her encouraging herself. I thought I was like really good, and that she just deserved to get the option to at least like ask him. Because in most shows, like they usually don't because the main character's already set on one.
Yeah, I mean, have you heard of what was it, Gal Gohan?
Yeah, I've read that.
I think Gal Gohan's one of I actually preferred Gal Gohan, but more because it felt more natural as the reason why they ended up meeting. Because my one complaint about Dosanku Gaiaru is a mega cutie. My biggest complaint about the series is that it feels a little unnatural at times when, such as the very beginning, like they just happen to bump into each other, and rather than him doing anything, she's like, "Oh, you're from Tokyo. I'm into that." And then that's how their relationship kicks off, and it's sort of like, okay.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Super fair, I agree. Would feel sometimes best feel like things are too coincidental, like in the world is.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it can be good. Like, I guess it's because I just come out of Gal Gohan, and there was actually like a very, very strong reasoning behind that. Great series. It's over though, but would recommend.
Did you want the other girl to win though in Gal Gohan, or are you happy with who won the teacher's loving day?
I'm quite happy with how it went in Gal Gohan. I'm actually very, very happy with the ending as well, which isn't usual. Usually I hate endings for series. Like, that's part of the reason why no isekai ever ends, because it's like the ending would be bad. Can confirm. Oh dear, what markings do you reckon a DI would have on their helmet? Oh dear. Oh, that's a good point. That is, because isn't there a sub arc of them called like Follower of Amon? Stalker of Amon. So would that make Amon like the Cthulhu of the Vanguard mythos? He's got just random followers. Oh dear. At some point we need to bring the boy who suggested this idea, Mr. Tom himself, back into the to the fray to get some opinions from him. Maybe some more lore. Oh dear. I don't know. Oh dear. Right. I guess since I've once again run out of ideas, I will say, tell us about your top favourite units. Top 5. Let's go.
From V series or
Any unit at all.
oh,
Yeah.
you said top 5.
It's a very open-ended question. I couldn't answer this one, so. Oh dear.
All art wise, I got it. Like, cause I have like 3 already. It's just
All right, let's go with the 3 then that you have.
Okay, so like number 3, I will say like any of like most of the Aqua Force units. I know that's kind of cheating, but I like.
Oh, okay. The man is after my heart. Okay, calm down. Oh dear.
Like most of Megalika, I just like their art.
Yeah, Megalanica's pretty good as things go. I don't know, Megalanica, I can't. I have heard many pronunciations of it.
I'm not really sure what's the official, like the actual pronunciation of it.
Me neither. I don't. Do they ever say it in like any of the series? I don't think they do. I don't think they ever say it.
They said Menalanica or Megalika or something like that.
Hmm. Oh dear, I really wish we'd had a bit more in the branch for that one in G. Never really did. We never even saw who the Aquaforce clan leader was.
Oh, we saw the clan leader. He was the fat guy. He's Rivian.
Wait, was that the Bermuda one?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
The one that had Riviere.
Oh no. Everyone's like, oh gosh, he's a stereotype. Can't just do him like that, Bushiroad. Oh dear. Oh dear.
So like number 2, I have to say I like Luard's art. Like
Luard.
I always liked his art. It's just I can never play his decks because either the deck just hates me like a lot, or it just doesn't fit my style. Like I probably could play V-Series Luard. It isn't that hard. But
Yeah.
just like OG, I just couldn't play the deck.
Oh dear. I mean, anyone who did buy like a full Luard deck, it's been a bit like Burning Abyss, like in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not sure if you've ever. Do you know of Burning Abyss at all?
No, I haven't even played or watched you.
Ah, okay.
I only know like memes and characters.
That's not bad, to be honest. As far as it goes, the main thing about Burning Abyss is that they were basically a deck that hung on for like many like 5 years, and I think they're still like hanging on now. Like they've been like relevant enough for a very long time. So anyone who like invested in it heavily at the beginning has got so much money's worth out of it.
I see.
So it's sort of a bit like that for Luard. Like anyone who invested in Luard has gotten like so much, expense worth of it.
Value, yeah.
It's big value. Ooh, what would Amon's number be? I guess 3, just because he's a grade 3. I don't know.
How much soul does
Oh wait,
reverse Amon
I don't know. Oh gosh, imagine reverse ammo. I mean, I'm already scared of the thing I've drawn, so I don't even want to think about reverse. Actually, doesn't reverse ammo like look like a tree?
Yes, it's a tree.
I was gonna say, Alex, if you're in the chat, if you want to drop by, if you join the Discord room, I can move you into here. All right, let's have a look at where Spectral is. Let's flip the stream a bit. Oh my gosh, he looks so happy. Oh boy. Let me just. Oops, daisy. Oh dear. I need to get a better system of managing this. I do like how your Shirayuki's coming on. My goodness. This look good. Your Shirayuki is looking very good. She's got that sort of piercing stare that Shirayuki has. Like, aloof. Or is it aloof?
Yeah.
Is that the word I'd use for it? Probably. But yeah, I'm quite a big fan of Shirayuki actually. Like art wise, she's very very cool. Pun
Me
not
too.
intended.
Like, I like to see like a snow theme soon in these series.
Oh, I would love like a snow. Like that's the one thing we're missing is like an ice based clan.
Yes.
I don't know if we'll get one.
I like Mount Gamega because of the water and like the potential like to have like something frozen, but we just never really got it, I feel.
True. My friend was always talking about like an ice prison archetype. The idea of having like a jailing clan. This whole idea was it was meant to seal units away, and then we happened to get the we happened to get the actual prison stuff, and I'm like, wow, you kind of called it, but it's not quite the same as what he planned. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's okay though.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Eventually, I want an ice theme deck.
I mean, would you like if you had the choice, would you introduce a new clan for it, or would you use a clan that already exists?
In D series?
Yeah.
I'll just put in either Brent Gate or Stokegate.
Oh wait, it wouldn't be a clan even, would it?
Gate makes more sense.
So like on the moon.
Yeah, that'll work.
That works. Just stick him on there. They'll work it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out in the lore.
I mean, that's the other thought. Actually, now I think about it, that's a good point. I was thinking clan wise, but you did point out quite a good point that they probably wouldn't be a clan anymore, would they? They would just be a part of the nation. That'll be it. Oh dear, that's a kind of sad moment. No new clans forevermore.
It's not too bad.
There's actually nothing stopping them from making a new clan in the V series format.
In V series, technically, yeah, they could. Unlikely though. I don't see them like making another clan in V. It just seems like I don't know. The problem is, right, they've decided they're going to hammer down on the lore for D series again. Like that's what a large amount of D series so far has been about, is the lore. So it's the kind of thing where they're going to be all the units. I think in V are going to be mainly to catch up with catch premium up more than anything else, because premium's still missing a lot of named units.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, that's the thing I really wish Premium had done. Oh, Standard done earlier is give us our named units. Oh dear. Because by the time we got some of them, they were already just not worth running. Like Davos.
Yeah, right?
Davos and Co. Oh dear. Let's have a look.
Here's a question. What B series card makes you more excited?
Sorry, EJ. EJ, your sound quality's kind of dipped a large amount.
Or what's happening?
Alright, can you repeat that one?
So what B series unit brought you more into a certain clan event? Or wait, no. What B series unit got you more excited for the format?
You mean like from clan selection?
Not from anywhere. So and sets on the start of B series to clan selection to what was the card unit or something that just made you more excited to play B series?
So what unit made you feel more excited for V series?
What was it for me? I think it was just basically the last Bermuda set. Because it just had Anjan in it.
Honestly,
I mean, like, before then I was playing it, but I wasn't like into it. I was just playing just to like have fun.
that's
I
this.
never really got in competitively with V till like the end.
I still remember last time I went to an event, one of my friends was playing it. Well, not the last time, the time before last, one of my friends was playing Ange, because that was a format when Ange was rather strong still, because it was still early on.
Shouldn't be at one today, but okay.
Oh, there's plenty of things that shouldn't be anymore at this point. Like you could probably at least put Ellie. Is it Ellie? Their G guard back up to at least one, if not two.
Release my fridge now.
Release your fridge. What?
No, maybe at 2. Get 2.
At 2, yeah.
The Thailand ban list, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, is that
Have some sense in it.
the only problem I'd have with Ellie is when Bermuda has other stuff, but at the time being, like, Bermuda doesn't have much in premium, like, so they kind of, it would be good to give them some defensive power to give them a bit more identity. Then again,
Here was the main issue. Like, the reason why it was actually hit, it wasn't even because of Ange 3. It was a different deck that just literally grinded out any deck. It didn't matter at the time. This was before Gastille, mind you, and I think well, it was when Ezel was around, but this is before Gastille. And like, it would draw like a whole bunch of cards, then out your deck, put your triggers back, you have 6 PGs, you have 4 Ellies, like, you have multiple ways to block any attack, and then you just the Tiro stride with Lucille getting power for the rear guards and just restanding. Like, your opponent can't get through your hand because you have 4 Ellies and 6 PGs. Not to mention 4 standing too, so you have like 8 G guard fodders. And you could just keep refilling your deck because you never couldn't get counterplayed. So that's why they hit Ange to 1 and they banned Ellie.
Well, no, I think that was actually more because of the results of the premium tournaments that had gone on shortly after the collection was released, because I remember that Ange was one of the decks speculated to be nearer to the top just because of its defensive power allowed it to beat out Katrina at the time, which was wreaking havoc. So
like now, yeah, you probably could have like released Ellie to 1 if they're actually afraid.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, there's no reason to keep Ellie and Ange on the list. At least Ellie somewhat on the list because the defensive power does get ridiculously crapped. But Ange definitely not. Like, at this point, I think anyone who would be thinking of running Ange is still
sitting on 11K.
Yeah.
I think everybody can hit over 11K, like magic numbers, so you should be fine.
Well, it's not just that. It's also like most people, I think, will be playing the new Ange just because having something to do on grade 3 can be better.
It is.
And getting the force marker is also kind of good. So I would not be surprised if we did get Ange back to 4 and Co. I really hope we do. Like, there's several cards that I want back, like Dr. Ephros as well. I know there was a loop with him in the past, but I don't know if it's as achievable. I don't know, maybe. And all was the Neonectar one as well, because there was a Neonectar loop as well, the Neonectar stand. I don't know what it entails, but I seem to recall it could at least do quite, like, a lot. That was a Bloom build, yeah, and Bloom isn't exactly built right now, and I don't think it was infinite attacks, it was just infinite attack points, so it's not like it was yeah. I mean, right now the best Neonectar's got at the moment is I'm gonna hit you for 100 and something K twice with 3 crit. So that's really what they've got going for them at this point. So I don't really see them, you know, doing too much with that. At least not for the time being.
What would you like to be put on the dinosaur be choice restricted or anything.
Choice restricted.
Or like, what cards would you want to see choice restricted or banned?
Ooh, that's a good question. Any ideas then?
Yeah.
Thing that's still offset the kills is bit of that skill. You know, everyone wants him gone. Like, would you want like the tireless monochrome 2-1?
That's the thing about I like Gastille. Like I like the idea of Gastille. With this being, well, it's like the Royal Stride. I like the idea of them, like the Royal and Shadow Stride, being able to copy a unit's effect, because of the possibilities it creates. But like, I don't think it's. I think Gastille has major balancing issues.
We just choice restricted with the cards that make it like NOK and
No, you don't agree with that. NOK's good.
I mean, that's really the question. Do you hit the power cards like NLK and stuff, or do you hit the engine? Because that's the other option, is to hit things like the stand trigger cat thing. That you know, that card can be quite effective. Oh dear.
Reduce the death away. Right? I think the bigger question is, do you hit them like that, or do you do the card thing and just hit them and also hit any future stuff by saying you can't run D-era grade 3s with if you run that still drive?
I mean, the thing about D-era grade
that's
3s...
like the easiest thing to do, right? They can't run beer cards with the stride, and like its options are significantly limited.
I know, but it's a case of if you do that, you potentially just kill DI outright as a deck, and that's the biggest problem with ban lists, is that you hit too hard, you send something into orbit. Like it's not coming down again for a very long time. And that's, I think, the biggest problem at the moment.
Feels like hit that. This would be fun to do only because you still have the ability to use any other support cards. So if you use best, I'm grateful that you still have all the. You still have some stuff you can still do, but you just can't. Well, you might be right. I don't know. I guess you stop it from going beyond NLK or clan selection in a way. But then again, you can evolve it in a different way. But it'll just be find a whole build.
I guess I don't know. It's just really difficult to ban things, like, because for example, we could hit Taro and solve like all the problems with Genesis just gone. But if you hit Taro, it also like deletes Genesis along with it. Like, Genesis becomes a very boring clan to play after Taro's gone.
Not really. You still have Marduk.
It's just not as good. Marduk isn't. It's just not. The problem is it goes from having, you know, like at least some chunky attacks, like multiple chunky attacks, to having like 3 decent sized attacks, but you know, it doesn't do more than that, because the stand trigger allows them to actually have a playstyle of being able to restand things, and it's a massive tool that they can use. So as soon as you get rid of it, it becomes kind of a problem. Effectively, it makes the clan unplayable once you remove Taro at the current time, and they'd have to get something really good to be able to change that. But oh dear. Let's have a look. That's an interesting touchy unit you've drawn there.
I didn't put any money on
Oh dear. Meanwhile, Shirayuki looking like she's about to beckon to come at me, bro. Oh dear.
that. Oh, I didn't draw anything.
Oh, I'm on. Let's have a look. There we go. So this is where Amon is right now. I would be shaking fear if this thing was running towards me on a football field. Gastille super tackle. No, Gastille, sorry, Amon, my bad. Gosh, we're gonna have to draw Gastille as well. Oh no. Oh dear. I'm trying to find a good picture of Amon right now to... Oh, there it is. What does your eye look like, sir? Show it to me.
It's your Amon reference, just the G-era version image.
Oh yeah, there's a big old Amon like in multiple poses image, which is quite cool. Amon's one of the ones we didn't actually get back in V series either, is it? We got like a thing that looked very similar.
Yeah, because the artist is too expensive.
Was the artist too expensive?
Yeah, he's the one who made Vanguard into the illustration.
Oh gosh, oh no wonder. I mean, gotta be honest, never was a fan of Amon's original art, so was a little surprised to hear that.
Did they just get someone else to do the art?
No, they did. They can't. I don't think. I think they legally can't. I think that in some way or another, the art is actually owned contractually by the person who did it. So if they're going to redo a unit, I think they actually do have like. Don't quote me on this, but I think they actually do have to ask the same artist to do the thing again. I think it's kind of cool when they do. Like it's really cool to see like Luard, like the same artist, doing that, and being like, oh, this is what they did like, 5 years ago, and this is where they are now. And sometimes you can see like really noticeable upgrades. And I always really like looking at that.
That's why you've never seen Steel Vampire return. Because I think the thing's still in the family's name, so they can't bring him back.
Oh wait, is the artist no longer among the living?
Oh yeah, long ago he
Well, that's a sad thing to hear.
You've never seen a revive of Steel Vampire or something.
Oh, I mean,
People who love the unit would love it came back, but it's very unlikely.
yeah, it is because I think it is because the art's are in people's names. Because we got something that looked very, very similar. Was it Brufus? I think was it Brufus. It looks very similar to Amon, but isn't quite Amon. Like it's like demonic Amon. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh, it's Noto. How are we doing, Notorious? Joined just in time. Just in time. I guess you did. Oh boy. How are we doing this? Oh dear. Oops, daisy. Oh.
I first like a picture or something.
You know when we're running out of ideas when we're asking for SPs. No, I don't think we will. That one.
Yes.
No, I don't think I think there's a reason that one was unuploaded. It's gonna stay unuploaded. Oh dear. It was the episode where we effectively decided we were going to bully Different Fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by the power of drawing waifus. It was okay, but like...
What girls did you go?
We drew Tamari. Oh, I drew Tamari and he drew Danger, so it was a bit cursed. I think it's more because of some of the things that were said that we couldn't upload the video anywhere. Oh dear. Someone say PJ. Hook a man up with Ashley's. Hold up. He just tricked me into giving him free PR.
So, I know, Joe, you're a bit sad. You saw the DSR dodging for this isn't the true DSR.
Huh? Which one?
Or you saw DSR Bruce and you thought, no, he's not the max reality. He's not saying the good phrase that we all want.
I'm not sure. You have bamboozled me. I'm going to be honest on that one. Oh, that one. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh boy. The day that Spec predicted the DSR art. Yeah. Oh dear. Have you seen the DSR art, Zen?
Or Donji and
Yeah.
the other guy?
Yeah. Basically,
I saw them.
yeah.
They look really good.
Yeah, but the thing is that would you believe me if I told you that Spectral actually drew the art for that like 2 weeks in advance?
Really?
Yeah, he drew a silly design with Danji having his ass stared at by what's his name? By Bruce, Violence Bruce. I'd final rush that, and then the next thing we know, it's the BS. It's like this ultimate cursed week. Super cursed. Dear. Oh no, what are we looking at? Okay. We have to really work. Okay, Pete, you're the lore expert. Tell me, what would what would Amon have on his helmet? I mean, something at least somewhat drawable. I don't know where to start. I don't want to have to start drawing FNAF, okay? Like... Oh dear. Let's give him some spikes as well. Come on, Pete. Hit this. We're going on the concept, right, that was suggested last week, that that since the demons are... Oh, the Mark of Amon. Oh, of course, yes. Now I need to look up the Mark of Amon. This is a good point. This is the same point that was raised earlier, actually. Now I think about it. Oops. Oh my goodness, I got the wrong tool selected. What the heck did I do that for? How do I do that? Shall we have a look at what the others are up to? Full screen that. Alright, so we've got Violence Bruce. Is that Violence Bruce that you're drawing at the moment?
No, this is Rising Nova.
Oh, I was thinking like the teeth are a bit small for Violence Bruce.
How's it getting control? Rising Nova's being art. He always has his little teeth.
Yeah. I mean, I quite like Rising Nova, like as the embodiment of Show. Was it Show? I think it was Show. I can't remember. Once again, my disability for names is kicking in.
For Kyo.
Kyo. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. How did I come up with a Show? Oh dear. There's something very wrong with me. Oh dear.
Favorite spot for who sadly became a king boy.
I really wish I'd...
He's like the only... Well, no, Morikawa played it too.
That was... Oh man, I miss Morikawa actually. I quite enjoyed like the stupidity of the character. Like, I know a lot of people didn't, but... I was a big Morikawa fan because, you know, he'd like to do the stupid stuff, and he was almost sort of semi-aware of it as well, so it was kind of like, yeah, I kind of like that, sort of.
Well, he was aware of it, because there was one moment in season 1 where he said, I guess they know I'm secretly bad at Vanguard. So
Yeah.
He's aware.
I know, but I love it. It's just like the fact that he's aware of it, and there's like one episode where he actually teaches like a lesson, like, you know, about not being, it's not that bad to lose, like.
Yeah, he loses all the time.
That's the, I know, it's like it's my speciality. Oh dear. Honestly, I love it. It's fantastic. I really do miss the Morikawa antics. Like, cursed as that might be as an idea, it is missed. Oh dear. I really wish I'd drawn the line back in advance. Oh dear, might be a thing to do in future. Take up Zen's advice and actually draw ahead of time. Oh dear.
I only did the pose.
I mean, it's still like it's good to have a base to start off with, because at least that way we know exactly. You know, people aren't stuck waiting for us to fill out line work. Oh dear. Then again, that's part of the process, I guess. Oh no. Time to make Ammon not symmetrical, because his wings are all very, very complicated. Oh dear.
I don't think you've asked this yet, Sam. Do you have a favorite lore?
Favorite lore? That's a good question.
Lore.
Yeah.
I actually don't, but I'm interested in, like, honestly, like, I'm just interested in like a lot of units lore. Actually, wait, there's one. I liked Gabriel's lore just because, like she's just part of this group. Then like Claire's sword just walks in, is like, yeah, you're gonna be part of my team.
Sup, dudes.
Take your other people hostage. So she had to stay with Claire's sword, and Asha sort of just came in like, no, I'm gonna get you out.
Of course, because it reflects something.
She just, like, no matter what happens to Asha, she would just be there. Like,
I mean,
I can't say the word.
I forget that that's kind of like a reflection of what happens in the series, though, as well, because it's like, because similar to that, Asha comes in and helps by beating her, effectively removing her from the group that's underneath Claret's sword in the anime.
Yeah.
So it sort of lines up.
Until, a friend of mine told me about the lore. I'm like, wow, okay. That's pretty cool.
Oh
And
dear.
then, like, Gabriel just sort of just, like, is concerned with Asha's safety. I'm like, don't you have your own unit to worry about?
No, she has her dead boyfriend.
Wait, what? No.
Her boyfriend.
No, not Antonio. Oh no.
I heard something like, I thought he got friend zoned by Asha.
Nah, but I think it's an on-running joke that he's Asha's dead boyfriend. Well, no, it's definitely Tokaha's dead boyfriend that gets put as an on-running joke. when you get rejected on your own planet, so you travel dimensions just to get run over before you could get accepted by the girl who plays the same unit that rejected you. Oh no. It's a sad existence he lived. It's a very sad existence. Ammon's got like some weird stuff. Alright, let's get some followers of Ammon pictures up.
Characters, do you have a favorite character in each season? So your favorite character in each season?
Season 1, what's my favorite character?
Wait, in which series?
Each series. So good, just in the season 1, but all of the original Vanguard. So all of the original thing, all of G, all of Chin, If, and you don't necessarily get overdress if you don't have any favorite just yet. Unless it's Danji.
Right, you don't get a choice. Danji is your favourite character. Tell me about your favourite overdress character, and why is it Danji?
Because you speak in many ways, that's why.
Spectral, have you ever considered being a snake oil salesman?
What about salesman?
Do you want to be a snake oil salesman? Buy Danji. Buy it today. Cures all ailments. And apparently my internet has just died. Which is interesting considering we're still streaming. It just won't let me access the pictures of Ammon. I guess Ammon is now restricted. Come on. Alright, well we're going to have to start... Okay, fine. It's fixed. It's back. We're saved. We can draw Ammon with reference material again. Oh boy, Ammon's got like loads of weird markings. Hmm?
What his favorite original series character was.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
I think Miwa. Like Miwa is just a cool character in the series, and then I think his like best moment, even later on, I think it's like when he goes out of his way to like help Misaki in the store and Shin and the other characters, and then when he got reversed, Misaki was trying to help you get out of the reverse because you know he needed someone to lean on, and Misaki was gonna allow him to lean on him to get him out of stuff because no one was helping him get out of stuff. So,
oh dear. I mean, my favourite part about Miwa in the original series is how he's like, you know what, no matter what Kai's going to do, I'm going to stand by him. Like, I tried to stop him, it didn't work, so I'm going to at the very least stand by him, even as a reversed Miwa. I was like, man knows how to be a good friend, what can I say? My favourite character from the first one would be Shin.
Shin was really good.
I've always loved Shin because it's partly because like that's what I want to do when that would be like my ideal job when if I ever got the money to start up a store. It's not easy work, but it's the kind of thing I would love to do. But outside of that, it's also just how he's always there, like, you know, the responsible one. Have we got any favourite characters in the chat? Perhaps.
Notorious favorite character is Shop Manager EEE.
Oh, what about you then, Spectral?
I guess it's Aka. That's how passionate he is.
I did like the O there. I was like, I hadn't actually thought about the answers.
I was thinking that myself, who I like most, is something like I didn't really work with comedy. I didn't really care too much about Kai or Alex.
Oof. You know what? I do like Kai I respect Kai's design personally.
He's fine. But I don't think all I like about him is that he gets to lay in the park with Cat. That See, Goki was a fine character. I like his sales experience.
Goki. I know, Mr. You will marry my sister, even though you are 5, and she is like 6.
Yeah, something was wrong.
Something was definitely wrong on that one. Though I always found it confusing because later on she says she actually only does it to annoy him. Never sure if she's telling the truth there.
She said it in G or something?
I think in G she's like, yeah, I only actually do this to annoy the heck out of Kamui. Oh dear.
So obnoxious. You've been doing that for years.
I don't know if it was a joke or not. That's the hard part. It's really hard to tell. I'd say Kamui is one of my favourite characters as well, actually. I'll give him that. Especially because of G. Like, I really loved how his character acted in G.
Oh, G Kamui was the best. And the fight with Throne was just so good.
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, G has the best opening episode of any series. Any Vanguard series. That's my firm belief. Fight me.
I liked Kamui more just because of Zero.
Zero, huh? Is it?
Because like during the early parts of Vanguard Zero, like it was so hard to get like the better decks. So I was just playing Go Root Tile.
Oh, I got
more into liking Novus because of that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I played a lot of Blau when Zero was first out.
I still like Blau. Like, one day I was just on range. I was just randomly playing this old Blau deck. I actually won a couple games, so like, there's no way.
Steal them.
I'm going against limit break decks. I'm using like a very old deck. I'm still winning.
I mean, you have the advantage. You don't have to mess around and wait for them to give you 4 damage. Like that's one of the nice things about playing an older style deck. I mean, Overlord is still like not that bad in terms of Counterblast 3, clear the field.
Overlord is good. Like that card has been good since the beginning.
I remember first picking up Zero and being like, oh, why is Overlord so broken? why can it just wipe my field every game and I feel like I don't have anything that's like measured up power wise? But it's a bit like running Blaster Blade like every deck at the beginning. Like you could win just off running Blaster Blade just because the retire one was enough to win a game. Oh dear.
Hopefully you didn't play during MOB season. That was the worst.
Oh no. I think I took a break because I was like, because I basically I had an old phone and the phone effectively shattered, got dropped and shattered. And I couldn't actually I couldn't access my account to transfer it to a new one, so I had to restart Zero. It was the saddest day. But lesson learned.
But season was like the worst to me because that was when I decided, hey, I'm about to try to get top 100 for some reindeer. Like a alternate reindeer. And then I have to play like MOB all the time.
There's no breaks. He's always there. He's at the foot of my bed every night.
But the matchup was actually quite easy. You just have to hold Blaster Blade till you're ready to kill him. Like, it was so obnoxious.
I mean, as far as things go, like, there's been much. I like Zero for what it is, but I also like. As soon as you start grinding on it, it starts to get really boring and frustrating. I did try grinding one season. I was like, oh, I'm so bored and I've got better things to do. I could be drawing right now.
Usually, I don't grind on it anymore. I'm actually just waiting for duos in Zero if I can start playing.
Yeah.
Question: why is Colorful Pascal your favorite season?
It is not my favorite season. We don't talk about the Bermuda anime. Like,
wait, I watched like the first episode.
And then I came back to finish. I'm like, so this is how it ends. Okay, so like you basically don't get anything on Cray, right? Like there was one interesting episode where they go on land, and I thought, hey, they might actually do something related to another clan here. Nah. Like, it was a boat that showed up, but they had to hide from the boat because they're on this, like, a big crescent island or something.
Aquaforce has turned up to...
And then, like, one of the ladies was saying, yeah, because that's the actual humans. I'm like, actual humans? You mean other clans? No, never explained.
No, that's the Aquaforce Coast Guard come to check on the crazy kids.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I mean, I only had, like, enjoyment watching it only with, I don't even remember the episodes. That's how, like, brand new it was. It was, like, I don't know, with Carol being a movie actor, but, like, that episode only lasted once. I mean, it was only one episode, and it didn't even really do a lot.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of like to watch a series where it's entirely focused on Cray. Like, 100%.
Same, I think everyone does. Just wants something with Cray.
I mean, that was one of the cool things. Like, I think we've heard it from almost everyone who's ever come on here. But what were your thoughts on the animation section of the first episode of D?
I think I think other people said it before. Like an overall general animation standpoint, like for like an anime, you know, like
yeah,
a typical anime that releases, if it's like something with fights, most people say it's decent. But for a card game anime, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it is absolutely through the roof at that point when you think about it. Oh dear.
When I watched it, I'm like, wait, this is Vanguard, right?
This isn't Fate. Did I accidentally walk in on Fate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
With some people were saying like, well, where's the card fights? I'm like, to be honest, it's not about the card fights. It's about the story. Like, if they wanted to market their card game, like, it was a video. I forgot who made it, from Team Galaxy Brain. He already said it. He said, like, it's not meant for their like intended audience. It's for people who haven't gotten into Vanguard.
I mean, I would say, like, thinking about it, right, it's only the first episode, right? When do we ever get, like, good, like, a proper Vanguard fight in the first episode? Most of all, we'll get a training fight at most. Like, for people to be coming out and saying, oh, there's not enough card fighting, it's like, of course there isn't. It's literally the first episode. Like, that'd be, like, my number one point about the first episode thing. But, like, outside of that, I agree, like, it's to give that level of excitement. Like, when I first saw Lambros, right, in the G anime, with that epic scene where he's like slams his sword into the ground, the pillars of water rise up, and like a giant dragon gets formed out of it, and then it, like, all the units like rush in with it. Like, that moment was like, Lambros is my favorite unit. Never again. And he has remained that, but it gives you, like, it adds to the overall thing when it's like that.
Brings on another question that's fun. So now we know how Joe going to his unit, but how did you get into your favorite units then?
Oh, you mean Anj? Yeah. So, Anj is my favorite unit. There's a couple different reasons why. First off, I want to say, when I first entered Vanguard, I did not want to play Bermuda. I did like one of those questionnaire things about like what clan you should play, because I wanted like a defensive clan, but also like that had like a decent enough power level. So then the results is like, yeah, play Bermuda Triangle. I'm like, what's that? And then I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to play all girl clan. Then
oh dear.
and then like I was looking through the sets, and then there was like one set that had like a Miku looking unit. I'm like, wait, Vocaloid's in here?
Wait, was it like was it Reindeer?
No, it was Ray.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So, Ray was the Miku looking one. So I'm like, cool. I guess I can try it if it isn't like boring or just too expensive.
I'll take 10.
Well, and then I was just I actually got some of the cards. It was like a bad budget deck I had with like the limited money because I was like in high school, and I was just playing. I was using like the piece stuff, just drawing a bunch of cards. But you know what? This is fun. Just having a big hand, just drawing a bunch of cards was just fun. So.
I mean, some ways I feel like the budget decks are sometimes the ones you remember the most because in some ways playing budget is one of the most fun things in Vanguard. Like as fun as competitive is, sometimes budget just leaves a memory with you of like that one time you had a really bad deck, but hey, it was epic at the same time because you managed to do this one thing. Oh dear. Sorry, I need to stop barging in.
Basically, like years and years go on, then we get to I believe Prismatic Divas. And the set to me, I was like, it's okay. Like, I didn't really care for it. And then it was this, I think it was around the time when Link Joker got their set or whatever, and like a lot of people was like not happy with the set because, you know, chaos, lock, and all that stuff.
Ah, yes.
And then there was this one rogue deck that just destroyed chaos, and it was like a duo deck. And I was like interested. I'm like, what is this deck? What does it do? So basically, you play like 4 of the on-stride. You just draw out your deck, and then you just poke them to death with like 16k attacks from Crook, because this is when Crook was unrestricted. So you just keep poking them over and over. And what is Chaos gonna do? Lock? I have 4 strides on lock.
Hey man, that's the thing.
A bunch of cards and they just die.
I think
like it had a good matchup against War too. So you just bounced their board and. They didn't have like drag claw, so they was on drag heart. What are you gonna do? Retire nothing for the cost for like blessing. I'm like, yo, this deck is actually pretty cool. So I tried it, I loved it. Not in real life because I did not have the money for that. It was
I don't blame you for that.
So I'm like, you know, this unit is actually pretty good. So that was one of the reasons it made duos like interesting and cool. Then what really made me love the card was when it worked so well with Harmony that it just allowed Harmony to actually be a good deck. Because like, don't get me wrong, Loris is a cool card and all, but like the stuff that they got in Prismatic Divas did not help.
Oh boy.
And just because of the grade 3 version, just being able to bounce so many cards and plus a lot, and it allowed me to do combos, like main phase combos to like get powers. It allowed me to optimize like what units to call, how should I go about the turn. It just allowed me to be a bit better at Vanguard.
Aye, when you get choice, that's when Vanguard's at its best.
Yes. I liked it having like a bunch of different options in my deck building. Because I made like, I made a video on my channel. It's like, I think that was like the best variant I made for Arch Harmony. Then I believe there's like other variants too, but I wasn't interested in those because I think Arch Harmony was like, it was fair, also strong. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, right, and just cheese out my opponent.
Oh dear. I mean, the best part is that's one of the things I found playing Golds, right? You can play a build that's not reliant on Essel, but because your opponent doesn't know, they're going to damage deny you until they know, and even then they can't put you past 2 because of Spear Axe. And I always found that interesting.
That's what I was doing too. I was playing like some weird like Garmor build that had the Excel market generation in Sacramore, and I would just have Spear X in my G zone, and that would just damage deny me. I'm like, cool, I'll just Spear X. It's cool.
Meet my boy, Spear X Dragon. Oh dear.
I won a couple games, but it was fun. For fun budget deck.
Budget decks are just the fun. I have a friend who's still running. One of my friends runs. For a meme, he runs a what's it called? Oh, the name is Raging Form deck. That's it. He runs a Raging Form deck. So you know the Limit Break Raging Form, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Shadow Paladin unit that can ride a card from your hand, Limit Break 4, give it 10k attack, and that basically lets you multi-attack, right? And you can keep doing it as long as you have the resources, right? But he's made this really funky Limit Break deck which uses the Shadow Paladin Stride, and it's really funny. It's really funny when it goes off because it's like, oh, I'm going to attack you 3 times with the Vanguard, drive check a ton, blow up my own field in the process, but hey, it's worth it.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright.
Yeah, basically, Spec, to answer your question, it was because it made duos a good road deck, and then cards allowed me to actually play optimally in the very beginning rather than now. It allowed me to like expand my plays and be like more into the game.
It's good. It's good. Nice to stay with you for so long. But you know, some people change their avatars each thing if they don't really have a big connection to it.
Wait, what? Big Connect? What?
Like,
Big Connect!
people got avatars we really enjoy. Mine was for like 10, 9 years in Alex. So I had the longest one.
I guess, but you've been in longer than me, so I'll use that as an excuse as to why. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh no. Accidentally coloured the entire thing in blue. Why not? Oh dear.
I'm like almost done. I just gotta do the
Ooh,
finishing line art stuff.
that's it. I'm entering the colouring stage. It should be fun.
I'm entering the current stage now.
I'm gonna try. I've been working on getting better with cell shading, so you know.
It's always a good time.
I mean, it's not, because there's times where I'm like, this didn't come out right. Why did it happen like this? And the problem of it sometimes doesn't look right until much, much later when it actually starts looking better. Right, I think Ramon's gonna have to step up his game.
What kind of art style, if you were to compare the style of art you want to achieve, I mean, what kind of style would you want if you compare it to an artist that you've seen or know?
I would say, I'll let you go first then. Sorry, I need to stop butting into people. Oh dear.
Oh no, you're fine.
Go for it.
I'm just thinking like, I have a couple artists. I think I want mine to be like Hightawa's. Basically, he's the one who designed Tidal, Soul, Orange, and he designed a couple Aquaforce units. He did Yggdrasil too.
Man after my own heart once again.
I would love to be at that level.
Oh dear. I mean, personally, if it was a Vanguard artist, Lambros, like both Lambros arts are absolutely, that Lambros and Thavas particularly, like they are absolutely beautiful units. And that would be the level I'd want to get. If it was outside of Vanguard, it would probably be to the level of Tyke Kubo, the artist of Bleach, because I've always liked the way he draws, like very, very tall characters, but also very slim. Yes, Alex, I was talking about your funky deck earlier. You were right. He heard me say Raging Form.
Is the style they draw, like their line work or their colouring, or how they do certain characters?
I think it's just how sleek they make things. Like, look at Lambros. Like, my problem is, right, I draw Lambros a lot, right? But I've never managed to make him feel like Lambros, right? It's never been quite like that sleek, sophisticated sort of character that sort of, you know, he's got this constant cool all the time. You know, he never. You don't imagine him ever being panicked at all. Like, it's really hard. I did it again, didn't I? No. Okay.
Sorry, you heard that in the background.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Oh dear.
What about you, Sam? How the ones you want to try and achieve? Why those chosen things can't get started?
Want to achieve like it's hard to say. It's like I want to capture, like when I draw, I want to capture the character of what I want to draw. I just haven't been able to express it. I like how he draws the characters, but they seem like really soft. Unless it's something that's supposed to be more bigger, but he draws his characters like very soft, and that's how I want to achieve something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. It's pretty epic when they do it. Oh dear. I don't know. It's the ability. Like, it's really hard to grasp when we're at a level where we're not reaching that level yet. But it's really hard to grasp how they got there. Because, you know, I like to at least imagine that they weren't born with the ability to draw that, and they had to work their way up there from. And at one point they were drawing art of our level, like at some point during their time.
They put a lot of time, work, and years into it.
Yeah.
Done everything, so we never know if some has gotten easier access, that maybe someone just was able to understand anatomy and all that easier in their life. So they just were able to push on that, and that's how they got there. But some may have been even worse than us in understanding, but they still got there after time.
Yeah.
So it's not that we can always reach, we just have to not give up and keep putting the work into it. We have to keep being once ready soil, because being hungry to learn and never being too satisfied with where we are.
Here at Vanguard Ocean, we like motivational messages. Don't worry, guys. We'll get there eventually.
Going back to Hokkaido Girls are super cute. Remember?
Really? Really going back?
Can do it if you try.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I put that as my Twitter background. It's still on there.
Oh no. And then again, I did like the Deku thing from a while back with the Deku training arc.
Oh,
you liked it that one?
Yeah, I really like that one. And my hand is burning up, but I'll continue. Break all my thumbs just to keep drawing.
I found out like on Twitter someone used it. I'm like, yo, this is actually good. I'll keep it.
I'm going to borrow it. Smile. I'm not giving it back.
Sam always uses that Tom pressing the save thing.
I saw that on someone else's post. I'm like, actually, you know, this is actually pretty good. Just take it.
Just gonna yoink it. I don't blame you. That's how most good are. I mean, the nice thing is it means that the picture gets around and everyone gets to see it.
Yeah.
That's why I like to think about it, at least. Because that's the point of art. It's there to be seen. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Oh no. Yeah, I've added the eyes on the thing. I'm probably going to put one on his chest as well. Oh dear. Put working out how everything else is going to go down. That's kind of the hard part.
One day, just for Keith, I will make a good version of the true DSR Dungeon.
The abridged wait, what? There's an abridged version?
I'll draw out the true DSR Dungeon.
You better pull the VSR Danji. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't pull it, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I'll be disappointed also.
Yeah, it would definitely be a top 10 moment.
I pull it, then I'll definitely buy 3 more. I have my police.
I don't care if I go broke, I'm buying more Danji, boys. Oh dear.
And I'll tell you this, I'm still conflicted about having so much angels just so I can have more money towards it. Malcolm is still too cool about selling yet.
Malkuth.
Yeah, Malcolm is my
Whose parents are you trying to revive?
There's many things I want to revive.
When your clan's so bad, you have to pull out Malkuth to revive it.
His clan's not strong enough to revive Mega Colony, sadly.
No one's strong enough to revive Mega Colony. That clan's long dead. Can confirm.
I like Stinker. He's a cool card.
We've me and Alex have tried to revive Mega Colony and we have failed every time.
Because he wanted to play Master Beetle.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't actually that bad. It's just it's a problem of it. It's a lot like Lock. It just insta wins some matchups and then grinds or loses the other ones. Though at the moment, it's in a pretty good spot. I won't lie. It's not in a bad place. At least I don't think it is. Alex would beg to differ, but you know. Oh boy, come on.
Oh yeah, we said who's your horse favorite Vanguard villain?
Vanguard villain.
Villain?
Yeah, you've got whoever they've got Ren, you've got Azika in a way, Tatsuya.
I mean, I just cheat and just say Valios because Aquaforce.
Oh yeah, you've got all those things. You've got Ryuzu and the Disruptors.
Lofts and Megiddo.
And Aichis and the Quartet Knights or the Version. You've got all those.
My favorite has to be Shiranui.
Oh.
Ooh, the Mr. Steal your girl and your life and your hand.
Kazumi.
I did like the betrayal aspect of Shirayuki's, not Shirayuki's. You know what I mean. Well, I thought his betrayal was very epic in the anime. It was like, oh, we're the last of our clan. We've been kicked out for being demon summoners. And then everybody's dead.
What about yours? Did you have a favorite film?
Oh, I've already said Valios.
Oh, you did see.
Let me guess, is yours Asuka by any chance?
Who?
Asuka. I swear she's not. Trying hard here. Oh dear.
My favorite villain will always be Ryuzu.
Ryuzu. Oh, my favourite bit of Ryuzu is by Chrono Tiger. Yeah. I love the bit of Ryuzu where he's just like, randomly, I'm going to say something that sounds really meaningful in English. Although a righteous man will fall 7 times, he will rise again.
Wasn't that epic as they say?
He said it in English, and I'm like, but why? I guess we're just the mystic language where... I don't know. I mean, that was pretty brutal if you think about it in a card game show. You know, you show a man dying, Chrono's sort of traumatized for the next few episodes. Like, the heck did I just watch? What does card games come to? Oh dear. Poor man. Everything okay over there, EJ?
I accidentally went onto the wrong line. So I almost erased my line.
Let's have a look at what we're doing with the Shirayuki. Very nice. Oh gosh, she's got those. She's stolen the shoulder pads from. Not Bruce. From Hellhard. She's got Hellhard 8's shoulder pads.
Okay, now I'm just getting confused. Hold on. Why is it?
It's still hard. It's
Hey man.
No, it's not based on Hellhard 8.
I actually really like Hellhard 8 as a card. He's pretty neat.
No, it was cool. I remember back in GA when I couldn't play film so I was inspired main till
Okay, that was the final one. Okay.
Hellhard was just so good to play. I remember I started getting further when most locals film, getting to the top 8 more, because I was more of a casual player.
Okay.
When the two of you feel like you wanted to go from casual to competitive, if you ever decide to.
Huh?
When what was the timing where you thought that you go from a casual player to being a bit more competitive?
I didn't get a choice. My locals is competitive. So you either sink or swim. I chose to swim.
I think mine's kind of the same when
I mean, though it is competitive, it is a lot of fun as well. I'll give them that.
imagine having people like Mohan and everyone else there pushed me more to go better.
Well, that's true, isn't it? You've got Mo in that area. Oh, nasty. Strong boy.
Back then, we didn't talk as much. Like, I knew he won a lot. I had teams once.
You knew he was the stonks, but you didn't know why.
But this was like the thing. And then after that, I had teams with Pete.
Uh-huh.
As Pete ever told the story of when we tag teamed.
You tag teamed with Pete.
Yeah.
Sounds like a dangerous game to be playing. Yeah, do you not value your life? Just get crit out of existence.
That was a good time. It was my first moves. Yeah, that was my first meeting with Pete. Was the time we tag teamed. I used to use June nights, I think. And we got second place that day.
I still gotta fix this.
It's a yellow dinosaur. Ooh, got some legs in there. Hello there. You load up a stream and it's just a pair of legs looking back at you. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. No. Go back. I need to turn off the eraser.
Pot for tomorrow is $135 for first place team.
Oh wait, is that the one you're entering tomorrow?
What?
$135.
Hope you guys win. Sounds pretty epic. Oh dear. I mean, so what are you playing deck wise tomorrow?
You can go first then.
I'm gonna just take.
I'll be playing Prisms.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take a guess that it's Bermuda and Pale Moon.
You know us well.
Oh, absolute genius that I am.
I'm just going to use the deck with some edits that I used during the open stage, which is not dope.
Ooh.
Right now, it's the best Pale Moon deck out right now. For what it can do. Harry's a little too slow to get rushed too much. Thorns are nice, that's like a second place one that can be used by. I don't like, but thorns can look like. Can't get as much out over time. And the stage is a meme that you have to believe in.
Hey, I've taken End of Stage one step further.
And if you're all wondering, yes, we do have a playset or violence deleter where End of Stage. We know everything gets speckled.
Oh dear. Of course you would. Alright. Oh dear. Those Shirayuki legs.
The base colors right now. I'm going slow. Maybe I'm
Let's try adding a multiply layer. Let's do it.
another real question. What was the deck that you played once long ago that you thought you'd hate, but over time started to kind of enjoy?
Okay, this sort of doesn't count because I don't actually play in V series while playing Zero. I didn't like Kagero at first. Then I played in Zero and I just love it.
Kagero's like one of those. Kagero's like one of those clans, and it's like Tachikaze for me. Like I really, it's not that I like. I don't like playing Tachikaze, but I like the design of Tachikaze more than I thought I would. Because it's like, I never liked the idea of I don't like dinosaurs. I have a geology degree, right? So like, I have effectively a degree in dinosaurs, right? So yeah, I've never really liked them very much. At least not as a clan, but you know, it sort of grew on me over time, like the art style of like these giant beasts carrying massive weapon systems, and I thought that's kind of cool. But then they basically never appeared in V, and I was like, oh, that's boring. Now, as for the other question, though, that's a tough one. I mean, there's been some builds for like Aquaforce that I thought at the first, like, I don't really like this very much, and then later on I went, actually, this isn't too bad. Huh?
Is Ripples on it?
Yeah, Ripples is one of them. I didn't really like Ripples at first, but
I love Ripples.
But Ripples grew on me massively after a short while. It didn't take too long. I eventually did come to terms with, hey, these are kind of cool actually. That's partly because I started to like their art style more. Like I especially appreciated the aquaroidness of them, like because at that point in time we didn't have many. So because we didn't have any grade 3 aquaroids, that was the thing. We had like loads of grade 2 and grade 1s, but no grade 3s. I was like, damn, that's a missed opportunity.
True, there's only like 2 grade 3s.
Yeah. Oh dear. So we got more as time went on, but like at the time. I did like Ripple showing in the anime though. That was one of my favorite moments. It's not just that. It's like the wall. It's like a wall of boats, like submarines, like come out of nowhere and just start like blasting.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, man, that's kind of a cool representation of an attack. I can appreciate that. Revan was a disappointment. Like I'm sorry, like everything about him in the entire time I've known him has just been like, why are you a thing? Why didn't you just give me Valios straight off the bat?
I had to wait until we did a G retrain.
And then they decided actually it's probably best we don't try that. They probably had like some statistics going like, yeah, if you do this, you'll probably just die. I think that's the most annoying part, right? They spent so long teasing us about, oh, you're gonna get your G stuff eventually. You're gonna get your names, and it's gonna be like, oh, it's cool. But then they didn't do it for like 4 years, and by then everyone had lost interest.
True.
Because I remember everyone was like so ready for their strides and stuff when it first dropped. They're like, oh man, we're gonna get markers on this card and this card and this card. And Bushiroad was sitting there going, ha, they think they're getting markers.
I remember Michael, Harry, that was the best day.
Best day. How good?
I was getting kind of bored in a way of playing form. That's also okay, but didn't we have much interest in things we could do much emotive build, which I always like about form. Because in G, I always enjoyed the build aspect. But other than that, there was not much else to it that we look forward to, I think. But Harry with his stage made that a bit more interesting.
Oh, with Starry Pop.
Yeah, Starry Pop's fun. I just like layering on big power attack.
I mean, it's one of the things, like, I was very, very worried when they started talking about Davos having Lamros's, Jamie's unique playstyle, and I'm like, but Jamie didn't ride mid-battle. Then turned out, no, he didn't. Oh dear. Right, gotta add some shadow on there. Alright. Wait, where's that? I thought I coloured that black earlier. Sir, you were the wrong colour. Oh dear. No. Nope. There we go, that's more like it. That's more like a ball. Sorry for any sounds that you might hear, that's my siblings in the background. Oh boy. Generally that's how it's going to turn out, isn't it? Oh dear.
Okay, oh, no, that's the folder.
Oh, he's saving. Okay. I've just got a little bit more to go. Trying to add some depth to my M-on.
It's that person flying in the background.
Sure, you guys play here.
Oh dear. I'm doing the lazy option of just using the multiply tool.
Yeah.
Automatic shading.
So next week I should get the first thing for the beat camp.
How?
Oh, next week I think I should get the first project for the beat camp.
The V. Oh wait. Oh yeah. The boot camp. Do you know about this? Do you know about this? The boot camp that Spectral's currently on.
No, I haven't. What is the boot camp?
He's.
You know the artist called Ross Draws? Yeah, so he's doing a boot camp for like 10 months that will go over everything. So it's like anatomy, character design, concepts, background type thing, a lot of things. And this month is portraits and clothing. So I think next week we will get our first project. Well, the first assignment was like drawing something, anything you want, because that is like the starting point to see where your skill level is at, so that in the 9 or 10 months, once you've done all the boot camp, you'll redraw that page again to see how much you've improved. And so far, really all. Our first one I think is on portraits, so that's why I think our first assignment will be on our first project. But there are also challenges also. So this month's challenge, I think, not just for boot camp, but just for this fall, is to like draw a character, use hair, using a plant, without highly referencing the plant too much, but still having a good reference to it to design your character, his hair or whatever with it. So that's mostly. So hopefully I'll be able to do a lot of the months.
Yeah.
I'll slowly change tracks.
Zen's gonna. He's gonna shoot off past us. Be warned.
Oh wow. He's already at the current stage. You're at current stage. That's true. He might just shoot off. Get to the shade.
No, there's a lot of stuff I need to work on.
Aye, but knowing which stuff to work on is good. Oh dear. Oh, which way around do we do this? We do it around this way or this way? This way, I think. No.
That's all I'm looking at.
Wait, what? Oh, actually, those ones are different layout. Oopsie daisy.
Is Shirayuki's skin pale? I'm not
Yes, I think it is because she's like made of snow.
Made of snow, but she has the ability of snow.
Okay. Let me just write down just
So I think she does fall into the pale category.
not like that.
Let's have a look. Certainly chosen a complicated lady to draw. Actually, I'm still waiting on my Shirayuki stuff from Big Orbit at the moment. I made a bad decision and tried ordering from them again. And then I was reminded why I hadn't done it in a long time.
You never order from them if it's pre-order as well. So
Yeah, pre-ordering's the problem.
now the box.
It's oh dear.
Really for the breed two and breed. Yeah, the breed two and breed one from. I don't want to spend more money just to get germs on some of the areas on this week. Oh, and you didn't want to turn it to credit, Jim?
No, I'm not bothered. I'm just gonna wait a little longer. Like the last time I did this, I ordered from them, right? Pre-ordered from them. It was like there was some Alexandros SPs, right? Because Alexandros recently got re-released in SP at that time. I was like, heck yeah, give me an SP Alexandros so I can wipe my opponent in style. And about 4 months after the order was supposed to be completed, it still wasn't. And they were being like really really not talkative about it. Would that be the right word for it? I guess. Yeah, they were very avoiding the questions on what the heck was going on, because they really didn't want to tell anyone.
What did you do in the end?
Oh, in the end, I eventually got turned to store credit, but I'm like, not pre-ordering from you again, and then here I am trying to pre-order from them again, and then realizing I'm an idiot because the same problem happened.
I made that mistake right back in Vice Delete. I ordered a Origin Rare Misdirection, and then it was like 3 weeks after the release date, and they still never had it. So I had to get credit for it, and I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Make a mistake like you again. Pre-order, I thought maybe they have it in and better, but had not.
Yep, that does sound like Big Orbit. Forgot to ask Zena, whereabouts are you from?
I am from United States.
Ah, yes, okay. That does make more sense when it comes to Big Orbit, because Big Orbit's a UK, EU based trading thing. It's a bit like TCG player. If I had to compare it. Yes. Yeah, it can be like that. It can be very good, but it can be very bad as well. I mean, our other options got taken away due to Brexit, so yeah, but it's rather, the card market's in a very expensive spot because of all the tax you have to pay if it's outside of the UK.
from Killer Cards before, Joe?
Yes, actually. Yeah, I actually got several things from Killer Cards. They're quite good. We just become a not sponsored by anyone. We're going to now talk about the best places to buy. Slams. I'm just going to slam my hand on the button and say eBay. That's kind of the place I get most of my stuff from nowadays, if it's cheap, because often they do better price than anything anywhere else. I don't know what Amazon's doing, but they just don't seem to know how to do card games. You can look up like a common from like years ago, and it'll be like 23 quid on Amazon. I know, but I'm just like, okay, I get that things are meant to gain value after time, but no, that's not value. That's a rip-off. Oh dear.
I could get my gold and bundles. I always look at those of these. Because that's where I got my SP reverse UTA for £10. Because it was just in a bundle of cards. Someone was saying.
You just happened to pick it up. Did you know before you picked it up though?
Oh yeah, I looked at all the pictures and then I was the only one who bid on it, so I bought it for £10. Or maybe a little less. Between £10 with the £2 shipping.
The master.
It wasn't bad condition. I looked over it and it wasn't too much used condition. It was used, but not no edge wear. So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's like how I had to get my hands on it. You know, I've been looking for Lambros SPs for so long. And the only way I actually ended up getting my hands on Lambros SPs was the only way I got my hands on them was by buying an entire deck, because the deck itself was like 90 quid and it came with like SP Thavas, all the SP, basically all the old cards SP, and it's like someone was selling that for just 90 quid. But that was the first time I'd found an SP full art Thavas, and no, not Thavas, Lambros, and I was like, I'm taking it. I guess I'm going to be broke, but you know. Oh dear.
You have that kind of experience, Sam, of trying to get something either cheaper or in an unusual way?
One second,
Man, this is my second time I think I've ever drawn Rising Nova. I've only ever done a headshot to him once before.
He's a cool dude.
So, about your question, Spell, I'd like to answer, but unfortunately, I don't think so.
Oh, yes. Let's keep having you on.
I will finish this drawing.
That's okay. We'll see it later. But thank you very much for coming on, Zen. We should probably be wrapping up soon anyhow. It's been a while. Anyhow.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for coming on. It was fun having you.
No problem. I'm trying to think I'll come back more later.
That's fine. No worries. See you later, man.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
Okay, time for the curse stuff, Joe.
The curse stuff. Well, the curse chat start only after we've gotten to this point. Oof, Big Orbit still haven't received their VSS 07 stock.
Oh, that's true also. Like they say they're getting it from a third party. Oh no, that's the 06 again.
I wouldn't put it past them to be doing it badly again. I don't know how they manage to order from bad people every time. Like every single time, it seems like they managed to pull it off. Like everyone's like, surely they'll get it right this time. No, they didn't. Oh dear. Do we like that? Ooh, do we like that effect? Ooh, that does look kind of nice actually. Yeah, I mean, the last time I ordered from Card Market, I somehow managed to avoid any of the shipment costs, despite having us already, you know, reached a point where we shouldn't have no shipment costs anymore. Alright, I'm liking sticking the random yellow lines on Amon's wings. This is kind of cool. I thought I'd do it for an experiment and it turned out quite well. Oh boy. What were we doing there? We were gonna get rid of the light. I mean, do we want like? Okay, that's a bit too bright. That's kind of evil. Saturation, no. Soft light. I guess we'll go to soft light now. I guess I've only got a few more things to draw, and then we'll be looking to wrap up. Oh dear. I'm really sorry about the issues I had connecting earlier as well. That was bad. Kind of took a lot of joy out of it. I would have liked to get to know Zenna a little bit better before we started, because it was a bit awkward at the beginning there.
That's why thing that we all know about the Hokkaido he's really into.
Yeah, true. I think anyone else who was joining was sort of like sitting there going, what the heck are they talking about? Anime gibberish.
We aren't sponsored by the manga.
Oh, imagine if we were. Sponsorship instantly revoked. What are we going to title this piece though? Amon fighting for his right to fighting for his right to be Demon King. Oh boy. Oh.
Have you ever been to Brotherhood before?
No, I haven't. Unfortunately, I haven't had like the time to travel a lot of the time, so I never got the chance to do Brotherhood.
So it's so great. It's my favorite locals over the years. I think, oh, let's go into a little locals history. So
Locals history.
First locals was it's somewhere that was very close to me. Do you remember? I don't know, back in the Yu-Gi-Oh days, there was a little locals that was like in a little shout kind of thing.
I do not know because I wasn't there.
Oh, no, that's true. But yeah, my first locals was in a little kind of shack thing where it was shared with a dance school. So that was my first locals, and my second locals were at Houston and Foster's.
Oh. The first time I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh was I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh in high school. That was where I first picked up Yu-Gi-Oh as a game. So until then, I hadn't played. So you know, what the heck is this layer doing? And one of those moments where you look at one of your layers and you're like, where's this come from? I can't see any difference clicking between it in and off. So I guess it's going to be the background layer. So at this point, you just grab the spray can. Put the brush density to max, choose a different color because that's horrendous to look at. Let me add some Some lines down the side. You know, I'll make an easy stadium.
Don't forget to put your favorite girl cheering him on.
No. I'm not wasting time drawing her again.
Less time.
I mean, I'm oh dear. Actually, I'm going to be honest. One of the reasons I like Spike Brothers quite a lot, like as clans go, I wouldn't expect to, but I do. Is iShield 21.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely adore that series. It's fantastic. Like.
I love things to try to, but now I'm forgetting to watch it.
Oh, I read it, so I had that advantage there.
And I do have the manga somewhere. Where looking at it. I only have the first issue, I think, hiding around. I did buy the manga because I wanted to collect them when I was in my manga collection phase 2 years ago. Now I forgot to keep collecting because I wasn't going out as much. I usually read them on the train to locals.
I mean, I've collected quite a lot in my time. Maybe a bit too much.
Yeah, well, I'm putting them on the series I have right now as the fencing. See, so I have the Vanguard manga. I have Yotsuba. I have My Hero Academia up to from 1 to volume 10. I have One Punch Man up to volume 12. I have Magical X Miracle, and I have Chibi Vampire, and I have a few random ones like One Piece, JoJo, Loveless, and a Yu-Gi-Oh manga. Oh, and I should there it is, and ReZero.
Oh, interesting.
So I used to get
Let me think. I have all of Bleach,
oh,
all of Soul Eater, all of Soul Eater Not, all of Tokyo Ghoul, most of Attack on Titan, a load of other series that no one ever watched, no one ever read, other than me. So I have a very, very expansive collection.
now, as you said, your Attack on Titan, what's your feeling on the supposed ending?
I haven't actually seen the ending fully yet. I'm basically, because I'm reading the manga rather than watching the thing. I haven't actually. I don't know if the chapter has the chapter uploaded yet.
I don't think so. Like the last one I saw was there's 137 is the latest and 139 is the last one I've been hearing. But I've been hearing that people are saying the final chapter has been leaked. But I haven't been.
I haven't actually read it yet, but I've. From the point it's at, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of the only way it could end. So I'm like, yeah, that's okay, I guess. Not a big fuss about, not really that fussed about characters in Attack on Titan. Like, you don't really read it for the wonderful, wonderful dulcet tones of Eren screaming. You know, it's. Oh, we have a raiding party of 13 people. Oh no.
No, we have raiders.
Apparently. Hello there. Zazan him. Oh dear. Someone called Kitty Mickey. Do we recognise Kitty Mickey?
Let's welcome the raiders.
We welcome you, raiders. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening, guys. Oh dear. Oh, epic gamers going around at the moment. Oh dear. I've still got to draw like background characters. No.
Oh, did I hear Cheer Squad?
I can't remember. It's either Hal, Matt, or.
Wait, no, I don't think it can be Hal.
I'm sorry. I don't remember. Yeah, I knew it was Matt. No, I was saying, I don't remember anything. Very nice of you to come in here, Matt. Very cool. Do you want to know what we're doing? Do you want a reason why Amon is running with a football underarm while wearing American football gear? I don't know. I don't know if he wants to. I think he's left. Oh dear. Okay, basically Amon effectively is the Demon Lord, right? He's the Demon Lord of he's the Demon Marquis of the thing, right? But DarkStates, basically they've decided the power levels of demons based on how good they are at American football. So someone came up with the idea that Amon had to play American football to prove that he's still the Demon Lord. So that's kind of where we got to. So yeah, that's the story. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyhow, have a good evening, guys. Thanks for dropping by. Very cool. Amon's huge as well, isn't he? I mean, like everyone else is like this big. Gosh, the proportions on this tiny model are awful. Dear. Yeah, Amon's huge, isn't he? Very epic. Alex with the hard defense. I mean, we could just like be really lazy and then scale this up. Do we do that? Do we just scale? Nah, it doesn't look very. Maybe it'll just be an empty field, empty pitch. No, we must not have a cheer girl here. Sounds dangerous. I'm not gonna draw a cheer girl. Let me have a look at some of like the backgrounds for some of the other Spike Brother cards. Like, then I can just yeet the ideas from their background art, because they often have characters in the background.
You could have Chrono Dragon in there, because in the lore he did go to some spy.
Chrono Dragon. That time, Chrono Dragon ended up playing American football. Oh no, it sounds like an isekai already. That time I got reincarnated as an American footballer on Cray. This was the worst moment of my life. I'm struggling to find...
So to our viewers, next week will be isekai theme.
Let's see DarkStates actually. Let's just search DarkStates. Can we get a picture of Violence Bruce? Because they have... It's the triggers with Violence Bruce that has like them behind him.
Killing or the kill trigger?
Both of them. Both triggers have like a person behind them, so I'm just trying to find like a rough image of what it looks like. Oh dear, that's more complicated than I might be prepared to draw. Oh no, I don't think it would fit very well. I mean, we can give it a quick go. Why not? It's not. What's the harm? Oh, but it's well structured, so I don't know. I don't think we can. Oh no, it's just really hard to do. is little blob person. With a little bit of luck though, we should be able to just whack on a few shades onto him to define certain features and make him feel a bit more real. A little bit. Very cool though. I didn't realise Twitch had notifications to tell you you've been raided. That's kind of funny. As things go.
One day, maybe that have a Twitch raid thingy.
I mean, that's what we just had. A very short one.
Oh, I see. I just heard you say what came up when they raided.
Yep. It just said you've been raided.
Oh, well, and you could put video there or something. So like how Chris has one, he's rated. It's him doing the weird thing in one of his videos.
I mean, if I knew how to set it up, I'd do it, but unfortunately we do not.
So
One day.
What 100 followers.
Oh dear, this guy does not look quite right. I need to fix that. He doesn't really feel like he's there. If anything, he looks like a gorilla. It's a gorilla in the background. Oh no. You're not sure. Let's have a gorilla in the background.
Great nature in the background.
Let's turn it into a gorilla in a... Oh, what am I doing? Amon's wearing green. Let's make a gorilla wearing green as well.
So we name this piece Return to Monkey.
Return to Monkey. Amon's Return to Monkey. Oh no. God, this looks bad. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that background. That background design for background characters, because that ain't happening, Chief. Not here, not today. Oops, did I do? Matt doesn't know that I'm bad at names. Like, oh no, you don't know who's raiding you? I'm like, it's either Matt or Hal. But Hal doesn't have anything, and I didn't realise Matt was a streamer, so very cool. Alright, I think I'm about finished. As far as we're gonna go with this one. How are you doing?
These colour stuff. I don't know, everything's a mess, I'll say. I was just throwing in base.
Oh, we got to sign it as well, don't we? So everyone knows the horrendous ideas that dwell in my head. Well, not in my head, it's someone else's head that I stole. Well, I didn't steal it. They offered it to me, and I took it. Gracefully. It's been a while since I've done a monster, though. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's always fun doing these things. It's always a great thing to learn. You might draw something you've never drawn before.
True. Very true. Oh, dear. Well, that's what I've been doing recently. Like, every time someone's given me a suggestion, I've ended up drawing it and being like, man, that was kind of fun. I learned a lot from doing it. Like the time you told me to draw the Ange picture.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I was doing one which I'm still working on, but I got too distracted one day. I knew you could do it to the form I desire. I had to get some colors from him.
Alright.
His Nova's eyes don't really glue it.
Return to monkey. No, gorilla will not return. Oh, we could do some speed lines. That could work. Actually, now I think about it while we're waiting for you to finish. That is not quite right. Let's get that right. What do you want to give that energy of you're being charged at by the king? The king takes you down with the blunt. Do you accept?
Everyone who took down the king of Folly.
I would not want to be rugby tackled by Ammon. I'm sorry, it's just a no from me, Chief. Mainly because everything's so sharp on him that I feel like I'd be cut to shreds before I even tried to stop anything else.
I think you went down by the king rather than monkey.
So maybe I'll draw a referee as well. I don't know, maybe.
Make a referee.
Problem with the referee, I think part of the problem is I'm making the characters too tall, too wide. I think they're meant to be thinner. But unfortunately, Studio Clip doesn't have an easy way. At least I haven't. I shouldn't claim anything about Studio Clip. It's more like I haven't worked out yet how to how to do certain things. So you done?
Just doing trousers and then all the base will be done.
That's a very cool picture of guy. Oh my gosh, that looks more like he's about to bench press. This is how he got so strong. He bench pressed Gaia Devastate. Well, that or he's about to perform a wrestling move, but I can imagine that happening in a Spike Brothers match. Just turns into a wrestling match instead. That would just be totally Spike Brothers. It would just be something they would do.
He's just there before the match. Before you go on the field, you spectual Gaia. Yeah, there we go. There he is. Oh, it's space.
Very cool. Fantastic. The sweat bead on Gaia being like, I wish I wasn't here. About to be absolutely tossed.
I'm going to bench press Gaia. This piece will be called bench press Gaia.
Bench pressed Gaia. What was my piece going to be called? It's going to be like, Amon fights for the right to be the Demon King.
This is how you become Demon King.
Anyhow, I think we're ending the stream off here. So thank you anyone who decided to tune in. We had a good time. Thank you Zen again, even though you had to leave early. Thank you for coming. Had a good time. Hope he'll be back eventually. So see you guys later. Adios.